This is the tree of life. This is the basic Kabbalistic diagram. This is what you need to learn and understand to get Kabbalah nowadays, because this is the diagram that updates with every generation. It can actually be extended into 4 diagrams nowadays called Jacob's Ladder, because each one of these diagrams here represents a world. This is the world of the human psyche. So this represents your sun in astrology, your moon in astrology, your ascendant, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Pluto, or the Kuiper Belt, however you want to put it, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. So it's an image of the psychological world, which is known as Yetzirah, the world of forms, or the world of illusions. This is the world that we live in most of the time, but there is also the physical world, the spiritual world, and the divine world. But the psychological world is the one that's unique to humanity, and this is also the world where the angelic forces live. Now, understanding this, if you know anything about the chakra system, you'll see that it's equated to the chakras and the colours, the way it's coloured nowadays. So you can see that the two systems will work together very well. And the simplest way to find out your psychological situation now is to draw that diagram freehand. If you can find an image of the tree of life that looks like this, and then just look at it and draw it quite quickly in about 1.5 minutes, how you draw it will tell you exactly what's going on in your auric field and in your psyche right now. For example, if all the Sephirot, this is the circles here, it's Hebrew Sephirah, if those are all big and these are all small, it means that you're overactive and you may give too much, or you may even be controlling. If these are all terribly, terribly precise and bigger than the ones on here, it means that you're very intellectual or passive or maybe judgmental or certainly a great disciplinarian. You can also judge from these levels here where you are at the moment on your spiritual development. Below here is what we call the vegetable level. And there's nothing wrong with vegetables. I love vegging out on the sofa. I'm a natural Taurian. Give me a bowl of ice cream and a good TV show and I'm very happy. But this is the vegetable level. And we all have it. And this is the basic survival level that we have. So vegetables eat, have sex, recreate, seek out the sun, push other plants out of the way, and then die. And we've all got that level in us. We all want to have sex, reproduce, eat nice food, and seek out the sun, preferably somewhere like the Caribbean. And that's the basis on which we're built. Then the next level we have here is known as the animal level. And this is where we're social political beasts, sort of jostling for position. And the animal level is where you are in your tribe. And no matter how spiritual we may think we all have a tribe. It may be our family, it may be the workplace, that kind of thing. So you can work out where you are in your tribe and whether your animal triad here is pushy, or whether you're stepped upon, and whether you have personal power and how you're developing your own self-will, your own sense of self-will. This area here is the soul, that's the human level. And the human level is what makes the human being unique. Animals individuate nowadays because they're pets and they become very attached to people and they have personalities. But they have a joint soul. This is only fair and right because when an animal dies, if it could not be connected with its master or mistress, or in the case of a cat, its servants, it might miss them very much. So it goes back to a kind of group soul from which it can come out to meet you after you die. So all animals have a kind of peaceful heaven to go to where they're not going to miss their earthly lives. For us, this is the place where we're individuals. We completely individuate to be exactly who we were meant to be. And this is the place of free will. These Sephirot here, this is Gevurah, which is discrimination, judgment, discernment. This is Hesed, which is mercy, loving kindness. And this is Tiferet, which is beauty or truth. So the nature of your soul is actually how you make decisions, act with kindness, and what is your interpretation of the truth. Now the poet Keats put it very well in, I think it was Ode on a Grecian Urn, when he said, truth is beauty and beauty truth, that's all you know on earth and all you need to know. So this area, the human area, is the part where you become exactly who you were meant to be, unique, different from everyone else. At the vegetable level, you're the same as the family. At the animal level, you're the same as your tribe. But at this level, you are uniquely you. And how you get to that level is the spiritual level here, which begins in this what's known as the supernal triad and comes down to Tiferet here. And that is the link that you have with the deity, the higher one, God, Hashem, whatever you want to call it. And the idea of Kabbalah is that you, and you only, are your own priest. You have your relationship with God that is unique to you, and your chance in life for happiness is to seek the personal relationship that you have with whatever you conceive that to be, and to seek joy.